Swept the top 5 in a NASCAR Cup Series race. They are first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Pace car is on pit road. Here they all come for the restart zone. Green flag is up. We're back at it. Christopher Bell gets a great start. Bubba Wallace now trying to fend off the advances of Christopher Bell. They make contact going to turn 1.
Bubba Wallace does not allow Bell to get clear. Here comes Briscoe 3 wide to the outside. Wallace tie a nose. Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe to the backstretch.
Here comes the lead battle midpoint of the backstretch at Kansas. Christopher Bell to the outside. Oh, Chase Briscoe tried to squeeze between the two in front of him. Now he has to change lanes. In the meantime, Wallace with a fender in front.
Tight racing off turn number 4. Wallace to the bottom. They're crashing behind them. 4 cars involved. 1 car's on its side. Zane Smith rolls over. He flips wildly. Comes down on all 4s on the apron of the racetrack. Caution on the speedway before the white flag was taken by the leader. You have Ty Gibbs involved in the crash. John Hunter Nemechek in it. Zane Smith slid on his driver's door on the outside wall, then flipped twice before coming to rest on all 4 wheels on the apron of the racetrack. Safety officials are at his race car.
Immediately on the scene to tend to Zane Smith, and immediately getting a thumbs-up indicator from the safety officials. Zane Smith, Kurt, going for a wild ride, and along with others in front of you.
All started to break loose right in the middle of turns 3 and 4 toward the top side of the banking. The Ty Gibbs car went broadside and slid off of turn number 4. Zane Smith then began to do his pirouettes, got airborne before, as Alex described it, he came back down, right side up. In the meantime, everything else just scattered off turn number 4 after that restart.
The other car involved up against the inside safer barrier is Josh Berry. So his day looks like it's going to come to an end. He gets out of his race car and walked to the care truck for the mandatory ride to the infield care center. Red flag is out here at Kansas Speedway for the multi-car crash in turn number 4. Zane Smith with a wild ride got into the safer barrier in turns 3 and 4, slid the bottom of the race car touching up against the safer barrier, driver's side door, rubbing along the racetrack before it slowed down and started to roll. Twice a flip for Zane Smith before coming to rest on all 4 tires on the apron of the racetrack. Josh Berry involved in the crash. Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got a piece of that. John Hunter Nemechek also got some of that. Before the leader got to the white flag, we're headed to double overtime. From Kansas Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. Under the red flag in the Hollywood Casino 400 after a multi-car crash in turn number 4 and overtime number 1. The rollback has been brought out for the Zane Smith car that flipped twice over in turn number 4. He has been able to climb out of the race car under his own power. The top 5 as we sit under the red flag are Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, and Denny Hamlin.
Let's get the thoughts of the crew chief on the 4th place car. He's with Steve Post.
That's Billy Scott, the crew chief. Billy, I don't want to talk about this finish. I want to talk about the first 2 stages of this race. What a recovery for you and your team. Man, I'm telling you, you got to be proud of the recovery. I know there was challenges that got you there, but, man, what a recovery for you guys.
Yeah, there sure was, but a lot of grit, a lot of determination out of Tyler. Stayed focused all day, and we said take it 1 car at a time, getting back up there, and he sure has. So hopefully we can get 3 more in us.
How good is the race car right now?
Really good, but, I mean, coming down to these restarts, it's just a matter of placement where everybody else ends up and how the lines and runs shake out. So I think we've got a shot. Everybody's going to race hard for it. They know how important this win is, so just excited to watch it go down another 2 laps.
It really, truly is. You're in a situation with your 2311 teammate. You both really, really badly need a win here. What's the dynamic there? Is it just let the drivers do what they know they're supposed to do?
Yeah, those 2 work really good together, as good as any 2 teammates out here. So hopefully that trend can continue, and one of us can walk away with a W.
Nice recovery, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Billy Scott going to try to race and get the win here after quite the adventure here this afternoon at Kansas Speedway.
It has been. Still some racing to go as we head to double overtime. Cleanup for the wrecked race cars is about buttoned up. Problem is, Kurt Becker, as you look down from high atop the Ally Bank billboard, There's a host of safety trucks right there at your feet. What's going on?
2 safety trucks and 5 safety workers, and one of them toting a sledgehammer, and that is because the safer barrier, the steel and foam energy reduction barrier that lines the outside of turns 3 and 4, there was a piece of it that needed repair, that needed literally to be driven back down into place. So a few gentle raps of the sledgehammer have done that at the base of the safer barrier. Thumbs up from the safety crew, and they are now leaving the scene.
Well, we've seen sledgehammers put into play on the pit lane. Now we've seen them be put into play in the middle of turns 3 and 4, the safer barrier, the Peter Gabriel reaction, as it were.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, a tip of the cap to NASCAR and the AMR safety team to be prepared for just about any scenario. Who knew they carried a sledgehammer around in the back of the pickup truck?
Well, you know what? Got to always be prepared. Anything can and will happen at these races. And just as Kurt describes, the wailing of the sledgehammers has come to a halt. The safety teams and crews have left the middle of turns 3 and 4. The crews have cleaned up all the wrecked race cars. Should not be too much longer before we withdraw the red and redisplay the yellow, and we venture into our second overtime.
This rides we'd seen at Kansas with you riding the wall. Take us through what happened from your vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, I just got wrecked. Not sure if whoever it was underneath me got loose or what, but I just felt like I got absolutely just driven through and was up against the wall and then just flipping down the track. And yeah, I mean, before that caution, we were racing inside the top 10. Thought it was going to be a good day, and unfortunately, a turn of events.
Zane Smith, glad to see he's okay, guys, as we get set for the restart.
Half a lap away from a double overtime restart. I want to go in a bit of a different direction. Since we have an opportunity here under this red flag, there were 2 teams that were docked with penalties yesterday for significant infractions, messing with the splitters of their race cars, resulting in crew chiefs being ejected from the premises. Loss of pit selection, loss of starting position, both starting at the back of the field, plus a stop-and-go penalty on the first lap. One was Michael McDowell's team. The other was Shane Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen, as we sit getting set for double overtime,